Guys, we're talking about sales tax here, something that we all pretty much do when we go and shop, okay? Doesn't matter if we're shopping for food or clothes or anything else, we're paying taxes on them, right? So let's see what's happening here. Find the sales tax on an item costing $42.85 if the sales tax rate is 6%, all right? So we're trying to find the sales tax in this case. So what's the cost that we have here? $42.85, all right? So all the time when you're looking for the sales tax, you would take the base amount, which is $42.85 in this case, then you multiply that by the sales tax rate, okay? So which is 6%. We're good? So now in this case, so again, we are not using calculator, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So what are we going to do? So 6%, we all know that 6% is what? 6% is the same thing as 6 divided by 100, right? So 6 divided by 100. So instead of you going ahead and then doing the division by itself, the easiest way is what? Is take the 6 and then move the decimal place twice to the left. That means what? You're going from here, 1 and 2. So you have 0 and 0. So you have 0, you have 0.06, all right? Got to be careful, all right? So you have 0.06. The same time, if you want to get that number back, you move twice to the right, okay? So that will give you 6%, okay? So if you are already in percent, you move twice to the left. If you go into percent, you move twice to the right. Easy as that, okay? So that means we're multiplying 42. So we're multiplying 42.85. We're multiplying that by 0.06. What a very nice operation, right? Especially if you're not using a calculator. So let's go for it. So we have 6 times 5 is what? 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 8 is 48. And 48 plus 3 is 51. So you have 5. So 6 times 2 is 12. And 12 plus 5 is what? 17. Then you carry 1. And then 6 times 4 is 24. 24 plus 1 is 25. All right? Then this is what you have. And then now you got to count the decimal points. Okay? So you have 1, 2 decimal places, and then another 2 here. So you add 4. So that means you're going to place your decimal, point. You're going from here 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Again, you got to count the number of decimal places that you have for both numbers, not just for one of them. So this one has 2 decimal places. This also has 2 decimal places. That means 4 decimal places. So you're going with this number, you're going from the left, right? So you're going from the right, I'm sorry. So you go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, so you end up with what? So sales tax, you end up with $2.57 and $10. Now, but a lot of times this is money, this is dollars, so we want 2 decimal places. So that means we need 2 numbers after the decimal point. So if you guys remember, so what do we need to do? So we focus on this number here because that's the second number after the decimal point. And with that number, we look at the one right on the right side of it, which is 1. If that number is 5 or more, we add 1 to this one. If that number is less than 5, we keep this number. So in this case, that number is what? 1. So that means we keep this one. So we end up with $2.57. So our sales tax is $2.57. So that means that's how much we paid as sales taxes on $42.85. Okay? Thank you.